Welcome back in to Red, White, and Bills, everybody. Took a little bit longer. I'm just trying to set this stuff up. We're going to do the 22 breakdown of the offensive line with our new grading metric and see how it actually was. And I will go over that metric again once I just got to set this up here. Give me 1 sec. I got to get to the NFL Plus to make sure we're on the right thing. Okay. Thanks, Miss Fins. I appreciate you. Okay. All right. So the metric. Holding a pass block for 3 to 4 seconds is a win. Or if Josh gets rid of it in less than 3 seconds and he's not touched or anything, that's a point. Or, 1 point gained or lost. Giving up a sack is -5 points. A pressure is -1. A hit is -1. A run block win is 1 point win or lost. So I went through and got the PFF pressures and hits and sacks allowed for this Bengals game. And remember, the pressures, we have to determine if it was because of Josh Allen or because of the offensive line itself. So Morris had nothing at all. Dawkins had no sacks, 1 hit, 6 pressures. So we're going to have to check. McGovern had 4 pressures, which we'll have to check. Torrance had 5 pressures, which we'll check. And then Brown gave up a sack in 3 pressures. So we will get into that and we will see. Let me get on my phone so I can read the comments. And I will share the screen. Let me know if you can see it good and everything. And then I'll get started. Sorry. Don't want to repeat. But yeah, let me know if you can see it. And then we will start fast forwarding and then we'll get into it. Just got to skip over the D. All good. All right, Sync. Cool. All right, just got to skip over the defense. And I could just do it by drives with the other format of all 22. But this one is easier because you can go back, rewind by 10 seconds easier. So just the only drawback, you're going to all have to bear with me here when we do these breakdowns. Okay. All right, we're going to get started. Drive by drive. Remember, we're just focusing on the offensive line. You'll get it from both angles and so on and so forth. So like a play like that, that's not going to cost your line a point. So everybody wins. And that free runner was by design, so that's not a pressure. All right, let's keep it moving. That's a win for everybody right there. It wasn't even touched, wasn't even close. 1, 2, 3. Poor Kincaid got led into a crappy situation, but all right, moving on. Next play. Kincaid in motion. Another great rep for the O-line. Great pass by Allen to Diggs. Yep. Good play. And I know it's hard. Like I said, I already got their pressures that they've gotten. We're going to have to try to see what they consider the pressure. If not, we'll just have to say, we'll just count it as a point but I like because pressure could be caused because of the quarterback or things like that. So we just try to look out for it. But I haven't seen anything yet. Diggs in motion, so we're seeing some motion. Another great play. Get these guys in space. Oh, and I meant to say also the target percentage that we're looking for to be great after everything is deducted is 75%. That's our goal for every offensive lineman once we're done with the grade. And see, I like this kind of play. This is what was working for us earlier in the year. Get these linemen in space, get the ball to your playmakers, let them make plays. People still try to tackle Diggs up top for some reason. But all right. Let's keep it moving. Man, it's just if he led Shakir there a little bit, would have been nice. But another win. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't think we ran yet either. Another win. We're looking good. And if you guys got any questions or you see anything, you let me know because this is all for all of us together. As of this first drive, there's been no negative for the line. And like I said, you can watch the L22 for everything else, but we're just looking for the line here. And that's another point. Or another not taken away point because this was a run, but it was a misdirection designed to get everyone over here. So technically it's a win. Run pass option. All right. So after the first drive, no negative ticks yet. And then we're just gonna have to skip ahead. So you can comment in the comment section anything you want while I'm trying to get ahead here. Like I said, I love doing the all 22 breakdown all together, but I really like to just focus on the O-line because they get a lot of heat too for no reason. Because even if you think about it, right? They said Dawkins had 6 pressures, and we haven't checked all of them yet. But let's say that's a loss, right? A pressure. If you pass block 42 times and you lose 6 times, you're winning 35 times out of 42. That's really good. Even if you lose out of 40 pass block attempts, you lose 6. That's 34 out of 40. That's really good. So it's just that people have to understand you can't win every single time. You got other elite players too in the league. All right. We're about to get into the second drive here. And again, the running ones are going to be a little bit tough. I'll have to see it from the other angle. Watch it a couple times. See how the holes open up. Gotta watch each player. And this one might be a little bit more boring because you got to watch 5 people, so about 5 different times sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the line blocked good on that rep. Everybody had their man. I think Morris was supposed to push out the end a little bit more, but all the linemen had a guy blocked. There's just that extra player who came down and made the tackle. But Morris came in, got him. Everyone else blocked down. And then this guy was unblocked, but everybody did their job. I don't know how that guy was unaccounted for, but everybody on the O-line did their job, so I'm not going to kill him for that one. And if you guys disagree, let me know. But that's just my take on it. There's plenty of time. Great rep. And we'll count it just for counting its sake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. That's a win. But that could have counted as a pressure on McGovern. But, holding the ball for that long, yeah. I don't know. That might have counted as one of McGovern's pressures. But also it's weird because he won the rep by holding him for 34 seconds, but could still get a pressure. So that's going to be the hard part. But I'll take away a pressure just in case, and we'll keep watching. And also, if you've noticed, it's a ton of pass blocking attempts, and then you randomly go to running. So it's really hard for an offensive lineman to go from one to the other. But that's the position we get put in, so they gotta try to be better with that. But let's see here. It's always so much to unpack. Let's see what happens. All right, you got Morse, McGovern, and Edwards. Well, Edwards is going up to the second level. Morse and McGovern are pulling. Dawkins is blocking down. Dawkins loses, which forces Morse to get hit. And then, yeah. So I'd say Dawkins loses a point on there. Because his mistake basically ruined the play because Morse wasn't able to get upfield and open a hole for Cook because he lost his rep. So that he's supposed to win his rep here. McGovern blocks 91 down, and Morse blocks the safety. But then Dawkins lost, got Morse ramped up into that, and then Cook goes down. So everyone else did their job. Dawkins lost that one. That was probably one of Dawkins' pressures, but let's see. One, 2, 3. Yeah. And he still won the rep, but that's a pressure. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Yeah. Still pressure, though. It's everybody else. Yeah. Everyone else did good. But again, I'm not going to kill these guys for losing 5 reps out of 40, however many times Josh threw the ball. And I will say, did you notice in the broadcast when Joe Burrow would always call slide protections at the line? I rarely see us do that. And I don't know if it's just because Josh doesn't read the defense well enough or just doesn't feel like it. But that's also could be a reason that this all happens all the time because the offensive line just stays in normal pass blocking and run blocking, and then he never audibles at the line. Brown got a holding here. And that counts. I think that counts as a pressure, even though it's a penalty. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Gotta let go. Gotta take the L on that one. You gotta let it go. And then we punt. So everything's looking pretty accurate for the most part. I took a pressure away from McGovern, and Dawkins lost a point for run blocking. And again, sorry, I'm skipping through the defense, but we're just going to start focusing on the O-line. And if anybody disagrees with, because use this as an example, right? Say Josh goes 30 for 40, right? That's a great game. So why is the offensive line looked at as bad if they give up 5 pressures out of, I don't know how many, let me go back and see how many times Josh, hold on. Let me see how many times he threw the ball. He threw the ball 38 times. So losing 6 reps on out of 38, 32 out of 38, that's really good. That's a great percentage. So we have to look at it like that. And yeah, it may look like it's bad because, 6, 10, 18 pressures out of 38, but individually, it's not what people are thinking. And even then, it's still good. It's 20 times. Oh, man. I just want to watch, before I grade the all line, I just want to watch this play. Like, why is Josh throwing like that? Watch how his feet are. He's like crow hopping on his front foot, like hopping in the air. And that was never open to begin with. All right, let's watch the all line. Everybody look good. Then we were in bad field position anyway. He started off with a deep ball. And Davis was open right there. Come on, you got to think better than that, dude. Another great win for the O-line. Watch right here. Davis beats him right there. Throw it. And he underthrew it. The O-line won that rep. Look good. Just look at Cook. That's Cook's this is why, like, I hate when people say Dorsey's play calls are dumb. Dorsey's play calls aren't dumb. Josh is dumb. Because every time Cook is an outlet to throw to if things aren't there. So he doesn't like this. He's staring at Davis the entire time. Diggs is already open. Cook's going to be here. Nobody's even close to him. They just disregard him because they're guarding everyone else. And then he just throws it anyway. But yeah, it's Ken Dorsey's fault. Ken Dorsey's offense sucks. But okay. O-line looks pretty good so far. It's got to be so deflating. But the defense stepped up. Sorry, I just got to take a minute to skip through. Okay. And let's see where we start now. Oh, inside the 10. What do you know? So your play calls shrink. And it makes everything harder. A heavy package. Under center. Oh, okay. Should have a little bit more burst coming out of that hole, but nonetheless, the hole was there. Yeah, that's a win. Lane's cleared and everything. Good job. Good job. Let's have a look at something. Okay. That one didn't look too good, but let's see. Diggs in motion. Yeah, more Swift there. Brown and Torrance were fine. Okay. Morris lost a point there. Cook back in the backfield. And that was when the sack happened. Oh my God. This was horrible. I don't know what Brown was thinking. He gave up on all all logic. Pass off the guy, dude. Torrance took the guy on the stunt. You're supposed to take the other guy crashing down. But that was Brown's sack. And I think a pressure counts the same as this, when you get a sack, it's also considered a pressure. So makes sense. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. One more time. Turn like a ballerina. One, two, three. Boom. Pitiful. Oh, then look at their field position. What do you know? We wonder why we lost. I believe they scored a touchdown. Yep. All right, we're moving right along. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Plenty of time. Great job. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Solid. Solid. Also, when more than one person give up a pressure on the same play too, so that you look at 18 out of 38, but some of it could have happened. That could have been one on Torrance and Brown at the same time. So that's where he got slid tackled, and let's see it in real time again. Right in front of the ref. Didn't even use his arms. That's that shit. Unbelievable. Scumbag Bengals players, as always. Like Hendrickson rolled over on Josh's ankle last year in the DeMar game purposely. Scumbags. It's coached into you, though. And if you go by the logic of the play that's coming up soon was grounding, there was a ton of grounding in the game yesterday that wasn't called. Well, another win. The line looking pretty good. And there's the grounding. Let's see. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bringing 6. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Ball out. Okay. In this play again, Josh put it on Gabe, but why the fuck would you want to throw the ball 50 yards with the safety help over the top when you needed 6 yards to get a first down? Don't know. And that was a half. So far, Morris lost a point and Dawkins lost a point, both in run blocking. And then, like I said, the pressure so far have been good, minus McGovern lost 1 pressure because I didn't think if that was considered a pressure. I don't know. It's hard to tell what they consider pressure. But you know what? Let's take a pause and look it up. What does PFF consider a pressure? And that will make sense. Sorry for the pause. I just thought of it randomly for some reason. A quarterback pressure is awarded to a defender who either forces a QB to move off his initial drop back point to avoid contact, contacts a QB in the act of throwing, or as a quarterback in his grasp at the time of intentional grounding penalty is called. Only 1 quarterback pressure per play may be awarded to defense. Okay. So you can't have more than 1 quarterback pressure. All right, so we have to look for that then. Making the quarterback move his initial drop back point to avoid contact. And that's like not, stepping over an inch. It's the guy's coming, so he has to step aside or whatever. And then, or if he's in the act of throwing while he's on the QB. Okay. Gotcha. So that's some clarity what they consider pressures. Which is interesting. What killed for this kind of O-line play for last year? You're not kidding, Sink. Exactly. And it's weird because it's like we have a way better O-line, but we're not performing as good. It's like Josh does better when he knows, like, I gotta get this ball. I gotta do something. It's weird. RPO, this was on Josh. The penalty screwed over the O-line. Because RPO's got to come out quick. Because it's a run pass option. So they're going to act like they're run blocking. So I'm not counting that as pressure or anything. Because it wasn't the O-line's fault that he ran out of the pocket. So doesn't count. Nice play, no pressures. One, two, three. I like the back angle better. I hate when it's in the front. And Dawkins probably false started there. Like, come on. That was insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's not a cube. That's not a pressure at all. They give all this time, dude. 6 seconds. That's insane that you have that much time to block or to sit in the pocket. Let's see when he could have ran. It was tough to run. They had 2 quarterback spies basically the whole game, too. Which is why the quarterback shouldn't have ran. But, everybody wants Josh to run more. Diggs in motion. Another RPO. See, and that's not the only time he did that. He did it again here. He was looking to jump for extra yards, which is admirable, but pick and choose. You gotta pick and choose the right times. See, the linebackers were biting on the RPO. That was an insane throw. Still can't believe he made that. Let's see. Yeah, they didn't go in there, but I've been saying it for years. Josh is horrible at fakes. That's why nobody bites. He doesn't even put it in Cook's stomach. Look, that's not a fake. You didn't even give him a chance. You got to work on that. It's the little things in life. It's the little details that keep us from being 8-1 instead of 5-4. Oof. Torrance laid the wood on somebody, baby. Boom. Love it. Looking good. Oh, look, you looked to the hot route because nothing was open. Interesting how that works. That's a great job out of the O-line. Good run. Let's see. Yep. So everybody did good. It looked like the design was to go in between Dawkins and Edwards, but there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was 6 offensive linemen on 6 defensive linemen. So these linebackers are open. So the hole was right there, but Cook was like, okay, I'm not going to get the first down if I run through the hole, so I got to take it outside. But that wasn't the offensive line's fault as regards to why he didn't get, hit the hole there. And so nobody lost a point there. Can't block more people than you got. All right, and that's a pressure. But let's see if it was a Josh Allen force pressure. I wish they showed the back angle. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Gotta watch it a couple times. And who they counted it for is the other hard part. I don't know. I think he could have stepped up there. No. But you could have dumped it off to Cook. I think they must have gave this one to Brown. One more time. Yeah, it had to have been Brown. Yeah. It's a little slip screen. Like to see a little bit more of those, maybe. What was that Gabe face mask? I know we're supposed to be looking at the O line, but looks like he could have had Shakir in the corner of the end zone. But he wanted Gabe before the play even happened. Yep. Before the play even happened, he wanted Gabe. So that's his problem. It's not Dorsey's problem. Let's see the O line. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Yeah. I just hate that. Field goal. And this grading system will be a work in progress because the hard part is since they can only give one pressure per play, who they awarded the pressure to. So, and again, a quarterback can induce his own pressure. So, let's keep it a buck. And we got the ball inside the 10 again. Like, you guys got to – this is ridiculous. Defense is getting no flack because they got injuries, but look what the positions they're putting us in. Sure, you kept the points off the board, but look at this. 95-yard drive you got to go now. Diggs in motion. They're in zone. Too high. Let's see. He didn't get off his initial drop back. Let's see if he was touched on the throw. Yeah, I guess that counts. But he held him for 3 seconds, so it's like you win and then you get the pressure too. So it didn't affect Josh throwing the football, making a bad mistake. That's all I got to say. This was the play that Josh took too long to run. And you give your defense bad field position at this point. 1, 2, 3. Dawkins did the right thing. Josh should have already ran or hit Shakir or hit Diggs right here. Like he's scared to throw sometimes. And then Dawkins, everyone's like, oh, Dawkins give up. No, there was no pressure given up there. And Josh needed to make the decision quicker. He had 2 guys open and could have ran. But then again, he's looking for one guy the whole time. So he's trying to hit Kincaid, but he never got open. But he looked at him the whole time. So can we utilize Hardy like how Dolphins utilize Hill, backfield motion and quick slants in the middle? I think we could. We do run guys in motion. Hardy just doesn't play as much. And part of the problem is you're not going to take Diggs off the field. You're not going to take Davis off the field because he's a captain and Kincaid's on the field. And it's sometimes it's tough. But I'd like to see more of that from him. I can't tell you why he doesn't run slant routes. That I don't understand. But like I said, like you said, maybe we should start trying to do that. And maybe there's got to be a reason for it. I just can't tell you. Yeah, like, let's look at his eyes the whole time. He's telling the defense what he's doing, and he's saying, "Oh, we got to stop catering to defenses in this attack." Well, it's easy when you just go like this the whole time. And if you got QB spies, throw it in between a safety and a linebacker, like with Diggs. We got a high-low concept here. O-line did their job, and Josh doesn't pay attention. He's lucky that wasn't a strip sack. He doesn't pay the frig attention. I know we are focused on O-line. It's hard not to watch it. Yeah, no. I mean, you can watch whoever you want. I'm just, I would love to do the whole film, but I'm just doing the O-line, from here on out with, our grading scale. But yeah, you absolutely can watch the receivers. It is it goes in your view. So, this is all for us. So you can watch whatever you want, obviously, except for the defense because I'm skipping over. But I notice the receivers too sometimes. This is probably the best field we had the whole game. It's 35. Good run there. Nice blocks. McGovern and Dawkins. Hell yeah. Both pulling. Cybo and Brown double team. Morris held his own. Nice job. Josh is getting thrown like a rag doll. But that's what everybody wants. So, because that makes us win games, apparently, after we just lost this game. Let's do that, man. That's what we were doing weeks 1 through 4. Hitting the little stuff, and we were excellent. And then we go away from it because of Josh. Oof. We're just getting lit up. This is a Kincaid fumble. It must be this drive. See, Davis, Shakir. And that's the thing is like receiver-wise, Davis, Shakir, Diggs. I always thought they overpaid for Hardy, but, I guess Shakir's been showing out, so they're giving him more go. So that's more of just an attrition to him not getting time to play. But I do agree with you. We should try to at least use him in a couple slant routes. That would make sense. And this, knock on wood, but this O-line has been healthy all season and one of the only units that have the same people. I don't give anybody a negative point there. Let's see. Let's see if Torrance can open up the lane here. Yeah, he did good. Dawkins did good. I guess you could take a point off for Brown. Gave up at the end a little bit, caused a tackle. Like to see Cook use more in the passing game, but that's on Josh because he's there for a safety outlet. One, two, three. Brown tripped. I don't know if that. I'm not going to count that. I don't think. Yeah, McGovern got beat there. Take off a point. even though it was less than 3 seconds anyway, but he lost there. Everybody gets a point there. We're driving, baby. The first time we had great field. You notice that? We had great field. We're driving. This is a dumb fake play. Both the routes that it was designed for were double team, so it's a two-man route, max protect. So and because the two guys were in the fool's play. So it didn't matter. It's easy to defend at that point. Yeah, it was just dumb. We don't need to do that. I know everybody wants trick plays, but you don't got to do that. Man, this is the point where I was like, we can win this game. We can win this game. 1, 2, 3. See that? Josh is running on his own there. That's if they give anyone a pressure for that. I don't agree. He was looking to run the whole time. Didn't even give a chance to anything to develop. That's what I don't like. When you look to run first before you let your Rossovelt look. He was ready to run right now. These guys are still in their breaks. They're not even trying to do it. They're not even on their full route yet. And he's already wanting to run when there's no pressure. Because he cares more about running and beating his body up and failing. So oh, I hate watching. I'm gonna watch it again. Damn. And at that point, it was 21-10. So you're telling me that you didn't think we would have scored there, the way we were moving the ball. So it's the little things, man. It's the tiniest details. And, could the defense stop them while they're inside the 15? No, of course not. But the defense doesn't get any slack because they're injured. Look at this. And they get the field goal. Stuck at the 15. You get all the way down to the 3 and kick a field goal. Like, that's my point. Like, they held him to 3 points. They let him drive 90 yards. Defense can't be without blame. I don't give a shit if anyone's injured. They're not helping at all. Giving up 24 points after you give them all the time and possession in the world and not turning the ball over doesn't help us at all. So now it's 24-10. Should be 21-17. Maybe they don't score. Another throw with all the time in the world. So even watching the film, even though they gave him pressures, it looked like a fantastic day. And there's only 10 minutes left. Like, I have zero complaints. But we'll see what the new grading system has. Nice job. And you know what? just to see, so people don't think I'm biased. I'm not going to take away any pressures, even though it might have been quarterback induced. I'm just going to count them. But sacks, I will see if it was on the quarterback or not. But the sack was not on the quarterback this time. And then we'll do it. He's just so bad at faking. It's ridiculous. The little things, man. The little things. 24-10. So we're just getting dominated, it seems. Nice play. I see we got to stick to the short stuff, man. And maybe if a big pass comes up, you can hit it, but you got to look for the short pass first, especially when they play cover 2. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Yeah, I think he could have hung in there, but they probably would have gave that pressure to Dawkins. I would have took that one away if it was me, but let's see. Don't see no complaints there. Power run, inside zone. You get Hendrickson to luck because that's his responsibility on a RPO. Everybody's got their man. Hell yeah. It's all about selling. Sell the fakes. It doesn't matter how bad your running game is. Sell the fakes. And this is when we were playing like we were down. We were playing like we were up by 3 scores at this point, where we're running a lot. We're taking our time. We're not playing with urgency, and I hate that. 1, 2, 3. And they did the same thing that they did in the sack with the stunt. They fooled these two. When it should be just it's Torrance, passes the guy off to Brown, and then Torrance just waits, but he tries to hold on a little bit too long to help Brown, which it didn't, hurt us in the end, but it's a rookie and Brown, You can't win them all. This is when we challenge that. I wanted to challenge that at all. I literally put my hands in my face, and I said, "Damn, really did that." Let's see. And in the comments, like I said, if you think they lost the rep or whatever, you can mention it too. I think everybody looked good there. I think everybody's going to hit their target as well. And that's the only problem about them not moving with a sense of urgency is we could have scored quicker maybe. And he decided to not hurry up to the line, take forever like we're winning, and you're on the clock out on yourselves. Because if the defense had 5 minutes, maybe they could have made a stop. But it's just stuff you got to work on, the little things. Been preaching them. And what I've noticed is with, whenever Josh is a little bit pressured, they're always at the very end when it doesn't hinder a throw. Nice move by Diggs. Touchdown, easy. And then that's it. Oh, the 2-point conversion. Okay, let's watch it. At this point, I wasn't even excited because I knew that we wasted too much time and we weren't going to get the ball back. So it was a nice stat pad for everybody, but yeah, and you got all day. These idiots got to pay attention. He's the only guy with his back turned. Everyone else was looking forward. All the guys in the blue jackets. Everybody's looking forward. He's the only moron that's looking at the fans. Ridiculous. We will be at Denver by 3 we'll be Denver by 3 or 30. Yeah. It seems so. So the rest is just defense. So let me stop. All right. So now let's tally up the grade, shall we? All right. So Dawkins lost 7 points off of pressures and a hit. And he lost a point on a run blocking. So Dawkins was -8. McGovern lost 5. Morris lost 1. Torrance lost 5. And then Brown lost 5, 8. Brown lost 10. So you know what? 75 seems too low to be great. Let's make 85 great. 85% is what we're looking for. So you start from 100 and you take the deductions down. So after the first week, Dawkins was at 92. McGovern was a 95. Morse was a 99. And then Torrance was a 95. And Brown was a 90. And I know, there's no way they were that good. In our grading system, this is how we figured it out. If you knew, or if you weren't here previously, a sack is -5 points. A pressure and a hit is -1 point. A pass block win and a run block win or a loss is 1 point swing. So, and I was going to go through and maybe we'll, try to see which ones are quarterback pressures or not. I'll just count all the pressures and hits on the line, even if it's not their fault, to be fair. The only thing I will look at is if the sack is Josh's fault for putting them in a bad position. So, that took an hour, and I'd like to do the whole film, but I'm sick of hearing it's always the offensive line's fault. And, like I said, Josh threw 38 times. Dawkins had 6 pressures. So 32 out of 38 times, he didn't give up a pressure. McGovern gave up 4 pressures. So 34 out of 38 times, he didn't give up a pressure. Morris gave up 0. So out of 38 passes, he gave up 0 pressures out of 38 times. Torrance gave up 5. So 33 out of 38. And then Brown gave up 3. So 35 out of 38 times he did not give up a pressure. So it's not the offensive line. After this week, the offensive line played a lot better than what I've been hearing. And I've noticed that when I watch the game and when I rewatch the 22, it looks even better. But you can hate on the grading system, but this is what we decided. If there's anything you want to add, if you want to bump up to 90% to be great, we can start with 85. But if everyone thinks 85 is too low for being great for our system, we could change it to 90 to be great. And even if it was 90, everybody graded out 90 plus for the Red, White, and Bills grading, because it's just so crazy what people think is pressured all day and what bad offensive line play is. Like Sink said earlier, would have killed for this kind of offensive line play last year. Now we don't appreciate it when we got something good. So I loved doing this. I love doing film. I love the O-line. I love watching the O-line. And just because some people might think I like the offensive line a little bit too much, I count everything except for the sack if it's Josh's fault. Even if it's not the O-line's fault, I'll count the pressures and the hits. So, yeah. And, obviously Morris wasn't the best in the entire league yesterday or Sunday, but according to our grading system, that's what we go off of. He did it well enough. They were great. And as a unit, now let's add it up as a unit average. Then I'll put it in a spreadsheet. They had an average of 94.2 as a unit. So, what do you guys think? Did you like that grading system? Did you think I was too favorable? Did you think it's a whack system of grading? Is there anything else you want to put into the grading system? Do you think pressure should be more points? Do you think a sack should be 10 points? Do you think a pass block win or a pass block loss or a run block loss should be more points? You let me know. We'll figure this out and we can adjust it as we go. I just really wanted to do this. Shout out to TD. He does this with Tua, and I thought it was a great idea, so I just wanted to do it for the O-line, and I like the system we got, but I'm always open to ideas. So please, this is a show for you guys too. If you think the scaling system should be sacks or 10 points or 7, pressure should be 2, a hit should be 3, like let's talk about that too, and we can adjust from there. I bumped up the target number from 75 to 85. If you want to keep everything else the same and you want to put the target to 90%, it's considered to be great for our system. You let me know. But as of right now, we'll keep it at what it is and an 85% target. And it's just up to you guys to let me know, because the show is for you guys just as much as it is for me. And please let me know your thoughts, because, I can't get better unless I get feedback. So if you haven't checked out my Dorsey, McDermott, Allen, what's the problem video, I just posted it earlier today. Go check that out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like the video and let me know in the comments what you thought of this grading system and what could change. Really appreciate you guys. Go Bills, and let's get the win Monday.